growing up. I had 2 tapes. One was Sing Sing Sing, and the other one was Buddy Rich's Channel 1 Suite. Once I heard those tracks, I actually wore out the tape. I just was so curious about, like, what is swing? Why is this music so infectious? That's really where I started with jazz music. I had this bar set really high, and I very much enjoyed the discipline that it took to learn jazz music. If you learn jazz music, I'm convinced that you can learn any other music because you have the tools in your toolbox in order to analyze, deconstruct, and then, more importantly, make it your own. Learning jazz music is always going to elevate musicianship. Now that I've moved into my job at the University of South Carolina, I'm noticing that that's a really unique experience. I know that it's always been my duty to be a teacher. I hold myself accountable in that I make sure that my teaching and my playing are synonymous in the quality, and I take that really seriously. The balance between recording, touring, and teaching is a juggling act. I know why I'm here, and it's to give back. Jazz education is going through a very much needed shift, and I mean that in a positive way. Making sure that our students understand the value of the student themselves. Working at a place that understands the value of actual outreach and giving back is much more fruitful, and I know that from experience. Jazz Girls Day is at the University of South Carolina in January. They come in the morning, they register, we play a little bit, we teach them how to improvise. We'll do breakouts into different instrument and vocal sections. Then I do a women in jazz history chat for about 30-45 minutes. Once I started this, I realized not everybody can get to Columbia, South Carolina. What if we did one in the Lowcountry? So last year, the great Cindy Blackman Santana came to Jazz Girls Day and hung out with the girls for an hour. It was unbelievable. And I had made her one of the Jazz Girls Day certificates with her name on it, and she said that she was gonna give it to her mom. Her mom would be so proud of her. Obviously, women in jazz, if we look at the numbers, there are less women that play jazz than men. And so I'm hoping that when these kiddos grow up, they're not always the only girl in the band. By having this Jazz Girls Day experience, I'm not trying to make the next Blackman Santana. I'm just trying to provide an experience for kids to be in a room playing music and maybe make a friend.